Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we have another update on SMITE Season 11. So this is 11.1. This is the first update of the season since it's dropped. So on the red buff initially to start, mages have been a little bit weaker this season as we've seen. So we have a decrease in magical protection on the red buff from 16 to 10. And then, so in the mid harpies, they just decreased the health from 600 to 550. Not that big of a change, but definitely significant. Just a little bit time to get back to lane. The beacon change is kind of nice, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've had some situations where it just lived barely. So 650 to 700 is going to be a big change. And then the third capture is 800 to 900. So kind of like that. The Fire Giant FEG decreased base health from 850 to 600. This is huge. It was so strong for no reason. It was so strong. People started like finding out that if you made the Fire Giant hit it, it did like a lot of its damage. So like we were using that in our game. So I'm happy that they decreased the base health from 850 to 600. Hopefully we won't have to do that anymore. But yeah, they decreased the life-stealing blockade debuff from 50 to 25% on all map bosses. So that's kind of huge. With the life-stealing, meta with the items, kind of going up and less life-steal on minions, this is going to be kind of a big change as well, especially for the junglers. For duel, this is something I am super excited about. So these are the fallen gods that are banned now. I'm sorry, that are unbanned. There's going to be Anhur, Anubis, Apollo, Bakasura, Bastet, Kimazats, Fenrir, Frey, Gilgamesh, Hachiman, Hoyi, Medusa, Nemesis, Rajan, Uller, and Vulcan. The fallen gods are banned. Thank goodness. Are Alkong, Arachne, Artemis. Those three, I'm so happy because they're banned every single time in at least my duel games. If I don't ban them, the enemy's banning them. So that kind of just tells you Bellona, Danza, Hera. Like, these are the bans that are happening now, so I'm super excited to see kind of the bans that are going to come out of that. I've been playing Surtur a lot this duel, so it's kind of nice to see the Danza ban, just because I like banning a lot of other gods, and Danza sometimes can be one of those, are they going to go Hunter in this, like, meta? And they do, and they go Danza, and I'm like, fuck. But this is going to be nice. To continue it, they got Hercules, Loki, Mammon. I ban Mammon a lot. Morgan Le Fay, Neja, Pele, Set, Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi is so big ban. I didn't realize how strong he was in duel until I faced a couple, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't ban him, but if I play against him, I'm going to lose. So it was nice. And then Vomina needs to be banned. He's the best god in the game right now, arguably the best solo in the game, and when you bring that over to duel, it's just so strong, man. I don't think I've won a Vomina game yet. I think Vomina has the highest win percentage in duel right now, so seeing him banned, it's going to be kind of nice, have a little bit more playroom. Finally, we got the Warrior's Axe nerf. We decreased physical power from 20 to 15. This is huge. It's on every single warrior in the entire game with the exclusion of King Arthur with Bluestone Pendant, but still I think Warrior's Axe is still good on King Arthur. Like, I still think it's arguable. But yeah, so we decreased that. Then we have alternate timeline. Decrease the physical protection from 40 to 35, magical protection from 40 to 35. Pretty big, because usually that is at, like, late game conquest, that is going to be their physical and magical protections, so that's pretty big. They're gonna have to be a little bit more cautious now in team fights. We got a horrific emerald. Finally, we got a horrific emerald nerf. So decrease slow from 30 to 25%. Huge. Horrific Emerald was so big in this start of the season. Everybody was getting it. There was no point. Increase the cooldown from 130 to 140. Needed. This is a great nerf. Same thing here. Slow for 30 to 25. Just increase. Cooldown continue 30 to 25, 11 to 110 to 120 seconds. Proximity Ward. You may not be able to purchase to level 5. This is something that was pretty useful in higher ranks, not so much in lower ranks. Not many people buy wards in lower ranks, but yeah, the proximity ward, it's a pretty nice early game difference now. It just kind of sucked from in the beginning with junglers and stuff like that, so this will be nice for level 5. Demon Blade, this item was so strong. You had crit, you had penetration, and you had attack speed all in one item. This item was so strong. You started seeing it like towards like January, like the end of season 10 and the beginning of season 11. This was almost an every hunter attack speed build, crit build, because it has everything that you need. So yeah, removed passive attack on it, which is huge. I'm happy to see that. And then with the Devoted Deathbringer, decreased crit multiplier from 1.25 to 1.2. You really won't be able to notice that big of a change on it. But late game, like you might miss like one stack that you didn't have or two stacks. But other than that, it's pretty big. Conduit Gem, I don't know if this needed a nerf, but it did get it. Decrease timer from 1 second to 0.5 and decrease 2 damage per stack from 2 to 1. The decrease from 2 to 1 is a lot bigger than the 1 to 0.5. But I think that it's still going to be useful. So I'm still expecting to see it, but it's just not going to be as strong as it was. And the same thing, you know, with the upgraded version, Death's Temper. So now we have decreased max stacks from 10 to 5. Okay. Increased basic attack damage from 3.5 to 7%. Increased health from 75 to 150. This is nice. This is pretty good. We'll probably be seeing this a lot more on, I don't know, maybe Thanatos? I think maybe. Yeah, maybe on Thanatos. But yeah, I'm not mad about that at all. That'll be pretty good. We might see a little bit of this on Thanatos. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. This is something that I heard about that I was excited to see. I love buying this item before. So it's now, instead of 33%, it's 75%. I think this is going to be huge. This shared healing is so strong. I've gotten over 10k. I just went in arena and messed around with some builds with this item, just because I think this is going to be a very popular item. A lot of people kind of look over it. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I did this on Zhongqi. He's so strong. It's so strong on Zhongqi, and I'm interested to see an Anubis run with this maybe. But you could do this with Baron. You could do this with Zhongqi, like I said. So I think this might be pretty beneficial. But you will see how this plays out. In Conquest, I haven't really tried it, but I'm pretty excited to see how this plays out in total. Vibrant Shard definitely needed a buff. Haven't been seeing much of it, but so I'm happy that we're finally, starting to see a little bit. Physical damage 15 to 20 and magical damage scaling to 10 to 15. All right, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Cannoneer's Cuirass. Increased physical protection from 25 to 30. Increased magical protection from 25 to 30. Need to see this a little bit. I'm kind of wondering how this is going to play out because I don't really see this bot much. I wonder if it's going to be bot now, but it's just kind of nice seeing a little bit of the tank items that, you don't usually get all the time. Might get some playtime, so pretty excited for that. We got Blackthorn Hammer. Decreased cost from 2,350 to 2,200. Increased health from 250 to 300. This is one of the hammers that do not get bought many times. It might now because it is so cheap and you get quite a bit of health on it, but I still think the other hammers are better. In certain situations, obviously. We'll see how this plays out, though. Next, we got Titan's Bane. We're increasing the physical power from 35 to 40, decreased passive cooldowns from 6 to 5. This is big. I like this item a lot. I want to like this item. On the ability powder hunters, we might see this a lot more. And maybe a little bit on like the ability powder warriors, maybe it might be a slot to fit, but I think that this is a good buff to Titan's Bane. I think it's been needed. I really like this item in general, so I think this will be a good fix. Next, we got Athena. So nerfs on Athena. These are the gods that have been nerfed. Decreased magic mitigation from 20 to 10, 12.5, 15, 17.5, and 20. Decreased movement speed from 20% to 10, 12.5, 15, 17.5, and 20. That is a big nerf. And Athena is banned in almost every single game. And if she's not banned, she's played. So that's something you got to keep in mind. So I think that those nerfs are definitely needed on Athena. So we got Mammon. Increase her base cooldown from 6 seconds to 8 seconds. Decrease initial hit damage for scaling from 15% to 10%. I think that this is needed. I think Mammon's actually going to be playable now because she's not going to be banned all the time. I think she's, like they said, she needs just one more push to get her in a comfortable spot. I think this is what's going to do it for her. Next, we got Thoth, the mid lane demon, especially if you have a good one. Decrease bonus scaling subsequent from 15% to 10%. Decrease damage scaling from 125 to 120% for his ult. This will be nice to see. I wonder how strong he is now with this. It's a pretty big change, that 5% on the scaling. So pretty interested to see how this plays out. Next, we got Bake. Thank goodness. This is the strongest character in the game, and I don't think it's any debate right now. Maybe him and Vomina, but I do not think this is a big debate right now. Shifted for max stacks 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 8 at all ranks. Decrease protections per stack 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1, 2, 3, 4. Needed. Sonic wave damage. It is now getting decreased by 10, so that's nice to see. And shifted damage, increased debuff. Oh. Okay, so that's going from, that's just a little bit of a change, about a 0.5. Ooh, man, that got a couple weird numbers in there. But yeah, that's a pretty good change to see. And we're from 5 to 6, 7.5 to 7, 10 to 8, 12.5. So it's going to be a little bit weaker late game. Still kind of like around the same for early, but it'll be a little bit weaker late game. Kukulkan, Slipstream, decreased movement speed. Thank goodness. For 10 on all levels, it is going to be 10. Thank goodness, because dude, that guy is a little slippery fuck. All right, he's slippery. He's super fast. He's one of the strongest mages in the game right now. Easiest mage in the game right now, in my opinion. On that mid lane, increased cooldown from 15. So first level is the same, 14.5. So it's about a 0.5 to 1 second increase on cooldown. It'll be a change, but I don't know if that one's going to be as big, but we will see how that plays out. All right, and then we got Hachiman. Best hunter in the game right now. Increased cooldown from 13 to 14. The amount of archery increased cooldown 100 seconds to 110. So just cooldown increase. I think it would be nice to see on him. I'm excited to see what new hunter meta we have now, because I think that that 13 to 14, that 1 second is going to be big, and that 10 seconds is huge. So I wonder, oh, and we have an Anhur nerf. So I was about to say, I wonder if Anhur is going to be the number 1 now, but we have an Anhur nerf, so let's see kind of what's going on there. Decrease slow from 20 to 15. Whew, that's a big decrease. Okay, so the 2 top hunters have been nerfed. I was going to say, like, Anhur is going to shift up to number 1, but that's, I don't know anymore. Kind of excited to see what hunters are going to be at the top of the game now. Anhur's might not be as big as we're thinking, but that shifting sands pillar with that slow and the added damage whenever they're inside of it, it's gonna be pretty nice to see how this plays out. Especially with the slow, if people can slip away, it honestly might change the wave of the game completely. Charon. His damage decreased shield from 2.5 of Karen's health to 2% of Karen's health. Okay, that's pretty big. He's one of the highest win rate gods in the game right now. He might not seem overpowered, but he is one of the highest win rate gods in the game. So you got to keep that in mind. So that'll be a pretty nice nerf that we have on him. Oh, we do have a Vomina buff or nerf. Okay, good. Thank you. Please, thank you. Mages were just getting sloshed by this man, dude. There's nothing you could do. It doesn't matter how hard you peeled, he just pressed 4 and he could kill everybody. 4 and left click, 4 and left click, 4 and left click. In a team fight for mages. Decreased power from 35 to 20. Wow. A 10. Wow, that's a huge damage decrease on his ult. So that's a 10 on level 1, and then it's a 15 on level 2, and then 20 on level 3, 25 on level 4, and 30 on level 5. So that is a huge power decrease, and the lifesteal got decreased by 7.5%. That is going to be huge. Wow, they really did not like that, to see that Vomina was getting played as much as he was. So that's a huge nerf. We got some buffs here. Okay, added 10% protection debuff to Hades ult. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so he might be. That's pretty good. That's awesome. He might be a decent solo laner now. That's what we needed. Good. I'm pretty excited to see how this plays out. he might, you know, the item, the rejuvenated staff, that might be pretty decent on him now. That's pretty big that he gets protection because he would just die in his ult too much. Especially if, you know, you didn't have blink to blink in there and then ult to get away, like you were just dead. Especially with how Bake was, and, you know, zoning people out. Like it was just hard to play Hades. So I'm excited to see this Hades play. We got a Hebo buff, increased damage on minions 15 to 20%, decreased mana cost. Okay, I could see him being maybe in middle, but I see this more as a jungle buff for him. He's pretty good in jungle actually as a mage. So I'm excited to see if we get a little more Hebo. Dude, the Hebo meta, like, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago, was insane. Everybody was playing Hebo. Joust, Duel, Conquest, every single game mode had a Hebo in it. So I'm pretty excited to see how this plays out. We got a Hui buff. Let's go, baby. We increase his damage on his ricochet. Let's go. So it's only by 5, it looks like, on every, 5 on every single level. I'm not mad about it. I love playing Hui, especially in Joust and Duel. So now I can kind of carry that over to Conquest. I like playing him in Conquest before, but it just kind of seemed he was a little bit weaker in mini clear, so this will definitely help. You can go in ability power with him. I think it would be pretty strong. So we'll see how this goes. Xing Tian, increased damage reduction. That is a huge damage reduction. 30 on level 1? Woo! That is huge. Then the hook slam decreased cooldown from 14 from 4. Dog. That's pretty strong, man. That is a good buff on him. He needs to be played more in Conquest, especially at the higher ranks. Like, he is super useful. I love to see him being played on my team. I love having him. I think he's a great tank, and just seeing these buffs are just so big, so big. Next we got Cerberus, a new effect. Killing a god's soul grants 2-second reduced cooldowns on soul expulsion. Sorry. That, I like that. I'm okay with that. I think Cerberus has a chance of being a really good guardian. I think he actually might get buffed a little bit more this season. We'll see how that goes, but I think because he's one of the least played tanks in the game. So I'm excited to see Cerberus getting some love that he finally deserves. Oh. Okay. Zhonghui is getting a buff on 2 things. So he's getting an increased attack speed buff. Huge, because he gets that little scroll that also basic attacks. So it's going to be going up from there. So you might be able to play him a little bit more in jungle. Like we've seen, we can play a little bit. And then we got Demon Bag, increased max stacks from 40 to 30, increased protections per stacks from 1.2 to 1.6. That rejuvenating staff on him, I'm saying this right now, that rejuvenating staff is going to be nice. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice, especially with that buff. That's huge. That is huge. All right, Callie, decreased cooldown from 15 to 14 seconds. I can't remember. Is she banned in Duel this season? I cannot remember. Let's look real quick. The following Callie is not banned. So okay, so we might be seeing her more in Duel. In Conquest, I don't know if we're going to be seeing that much of Callie just because of that buff. I definitely think it was needed. So I'm pretty interested to see how this goes. Especially in Duel, she might be picked a little bit more for that tower dive and be able to stun just a little bit faster. Horus getting the love he deserves. Let's go. Base health increase, increased health per level. I love this. Increased heal from 1 to plus 0.6 to 4 plus point. Oh my god. Horus is gonna be able to. Horus is gonna be in the meta. Calling it right now. With this update, Horus will be in the meta. That is an insane buff to him. I'm so happy to see that. I love playing Horus. He's so fun. He is so good in team fights, man. He is one of the best tank warriors in the game, if not the best. Having this buff to it is going to be huge. I can't wait to play this. I cannot wait to play Horus. Horus is probably my first pick on this, either that or Zhonghui with that rejuvenating staff, but this is huge. I'm excited for that. Then we got Hercules. Increased base damage. We increase his damage? Why did we increase Eric's damage, dude? Increase Eric's damage might be a little bit more in duel that you might see him. I just think he does so much damage already, man, and he lives so long. He just doesn't die. But damn, that's gonna make him a lot stronger than he already is. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see how that goes. We got Nemesis. Ooh, we got it. Ooh, okay, okay. Increase shield. 50. 50. Increase shield. 50. And movement. Increase movement from 10, 2.5. Dude, good. I hope we see more Nemesis now. Wow, that actually makes me want to play Nemesis now, especially with just a couple of new items that they added in Season 11. I'm excited for this. Yeah, that'll be good. That's a good buff. We got Sharon. Last but not least, we've increased base damage from 70 to 75 and decreased mana cost. Sweet. So it's in this power in the scaling level, it's gonna be 10 at level 2, 15 at level 3, 20 at level 4, at level 5 it's gonna be 25. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see that. That'll be good. That's a good change there. But yeah, I'm very excited for this update. I think this is a very good update. A lot of the gods that weren't being played before are going to be played now. A lot of the gods that were being played a lot are going to be more balanced now. So they can still be played. They're not going to be as banned. So I'm pretty excited to see how ban phases are now, especially in Duel and Conquest. So I'm very excited to see how this goes. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. I'll do more videos like this. And next video will be over the new god Nut. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Her abilities have just been leaked. So thank you.